campus to get some lunch. It's 11:48. I'm catching the 12 o'clock shuttle, but I need to hurry up and go downstairs just in case the other shuttle is coming and I don't fucking see it on the thing. Oh no, there you go. I'm actually confused. Well, I don't know. It should be here soon, but y'all, they turned the heat on up in here, and it's hot. And then y'all know I was sleeping with a hat on because of the spiders I seen, but I killed the spiders. So it's hot, and I had the windows open last night, but the wind was making the windows, the little windows shake and the door shake. And imagine trying to go to sleep and all you hear is the door shaking. That shit, no. I closed the windows quick. And then the bathroom door is going back and forth for opening because the window in the bathroom is open. Bruh. No. But, hair's in 2 braids still. I need to go to the caf to get some lunch. I'm also thinking about getting dinner from the caf and stuff, but what am I gonna get? I need to put my stuff in the fridge, so that means I'm gonna go to the caf, eat, get dinner, go sit with my friend at the library, and then around like 2, 3 o'clock, leave. Maybe 3:30, leave, go to the other building, put my stuff in the microwave, put my stuff in the fridge, and then take my stuff with me to go to class. And then as soon as class is finished, get the fuck on the shuttle and leave. Yeah, but it's 11:50. I need to turn this camera off and go the fuck downstairs. I will see y'all when I get to campus. Hey y'all, so I'm in the office. It's 3:21 right now. I was at the library. I did not open the camera to record nothing. But I did tell my friend that hopefully tomorrow I will wake up early at 10, you know, get ready and get on the 11 o'clock shuttle to be on campus by 11:45, eat, and be by the library by 12:30, and then be leaving like 1:30 because I have class at 4 tomorrow. So, oh, and another thing, that other class that I said started October 20th, today, I have an assignment due today. So I did the assignment. I didn't turn it in yet. But luckily I looked, cause luckily I freaking looked. Luckily I looked. Because what? And so yeah, I know the book I've been reading by Kennedy Ryan, Before I Let Go. They made it seem like it was a 3-part series book. Like they was gonna continue to talk about Yasmin and Josiah in book 2 and 3. It's obviously about Yasmin's friends. Soledad got her own book, and then Hendrix got her own book. But honestly, Josiah and Yasmin, honestly, it's just Josiah's fault, because why would you even start dating the head chef in the restaurant you and your ex-wife created together, and then break up with her on Thanksgiving, and then that Saturday you and your ex-wife go up to North Carolina, Charlotte, North Carolina, to potentially look at a restaurant that'll be an expansion of the restaurant that y'all created together, and then sleep with your ex-wife. 2 days fresh off a breakup with the head chef in the restaurant that you decided to date. Like, that's crazy to me. I'm trying to think if I want to turn the assignment in right now or wait until after I get out of class to do it, because hopefully it will be done by like 6:45. Hopefully we'll be done by like 6:30, because I need to go downstairs to catch the shuttle. I ain't trying to sit there and wait. Like, it's the fact that I keep saying that I have a shuttle to catch, and I have a study partner who wants to do the math assignment, math homework as soon as possible after class, but you get picked up and I have to wait for the shuttle in the cold and the dark. I keep saying I gotta go to the shuttle. It's not like we can't do the homework when we get on FaceTime together. Which one? Hold on. And honestly, I'm waiting for my statistics professor to grade the first part of the exam and the second part of the exam. Okay. All right. What was I gonna say? That shit looks so trash. You know what's crazy? If I don't call my mom at all, don't text her or nothing, she won't call me. But she will call the day before, or she'll call late at night and be like, you ain't call me all day. Your phone worked. Your phone is not broken. You got 2 of them and an iPad. You can call me. Their phone is not broken. Why do people do that? Say, why you ain't call me? You can call me. Like, I didn't know phones are broken. Nah. All right, let's see. Let's see where my sister is at. My sister's probably home. Oh no, she's at the doctor's office. What the fuck? What the hell is she doing over there? Hello Kitty Charmed. What's that? My sister's somewhere. She probably went straight after work. All right. It's 62 degrees out. Mind you, I wore my long wool trench coat, but it's like no, I'm telling y'all, Like I told you earlier today, I had the window open because they turned the heat on inside the building. They turned the heat on Friday, right? And I'm like, it didn't feel like the heat was on, but then I just started getting hot randomly. And then, you know, because they got a radiator in the bathroom. The heat is on in the bathroom. And the radiator is right next to the window. So it's like, it's cold, but then it's warm. Confusing. But the heat is on. And then it's like, I don't feel no heat coming out of the radiator that's in my room. I guess I have to, because it's like more so a air conditioner, but it looks like a radiator. But I guess I have to turn it on if I want the air to come on, the heat to come on. But then it's like, I opened the window. But we got these things like blinds. It's not really blinds, but I don't know what to call them. But the window's open, but it was raining last night and it was mad windy. And it was just wind going back and forth. And then you know how it is when the wind is blowing and stuff like that. Every single time you open and close the door, the air makes the door slam and shit like that. All you just kept hearing was the door going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I'm like, so you're telling me if it's hot, I can't keep the window open because all this fucking noise is gonna be going. And then I'm like, maybe if I crack the window open a little bit, the door won't make much of a sound. Crack the door. Crack the window open a little bit. Maybe the door won't make a sound. Okay, I did say that. Now, window was cracked open this much. That door was like, I'm like, damn. Relax. And then I just closed the window. I got this little small fan. Turned it on. If I'm gonna keep the window closed, I need a fan in my room. Mind you, every other night I would turn the AC on in my room. Sometimes I'll put it on medium, sometimes I put it on low. All I know is that when I wake up, it'll be cold in the room. And I have a fur pink and black robe, as y'all see when I have it on most of the time. Always have my robe on all the time. And that'll be fine. I'll get up and go. Or if it's in the really, really dead middle of the night and I'm sleeping, I gotta use the bathroom, I'm not putting that robe on. I'm going to the bathroom. But, yeah. I'm about to take my braids out. I'm gonna take my braids out tomorrow so my hair could be curly on Wednesday and Thursday. I went from talking about one thing to talking about my hair. That's crazy. It's like the braids are uneven, but they're even. Like this braid start all the way right here, but this braid start all the way over here. But then it's like, once upon a time, I used to know how to properly braid my hair in middle school. I used to part it right here, the bang, and then 2 braids. Or straighten the bang, take the 2 braids out, put a headband, and it be in curly hair. And then also, I used to part it right here, and then do the twist, and then put my hair up in this high little bow bun, or do braids with some eyeshadow. So if I had on a white buttoned up shirt, because we kind of like had to wear uniform, but we really didn't because by the end of my middle school days, the school was shutting down. So at that point, they didn't really care as long as you was getting good grades and we was passing the tests and stuff like that. But that's neither here nor there. So I would have like a white buttoned up shirt with like a khaki skirt and some brown tights with some black boots. And then I always made sure the tights and the sweater was matching. So I would have like a brown sweater on with some brown tights and some boots, and I'll put like some brown eyeshadow on. And then one day I had like these rainbow colored tights, but it was like more pinkish. So it wasn't really like rainbow. It wasn't rainbow color because it was like gray, white, a little bit of yellow, pink, and it was also like cheetah print. But like not the cheetah print colors, it was just like a random ass color. So I would have, but the more standout color would be the pink. So I would have on a pink sweater. I might have pink earrings, a pink headband with a bow, or something like that. Or I might put on some pink glasses. with some black boots. Like it would be like that. A blue sweater with some blue shoes. The pink sweater with the skirt with pants, and my pink and gray Jordans. I think I might have told you about that before. If I was able to find pictures, I would show y'all. I would definitely show y'all. I don't have those no more. All them shoes, I used to have too much sneakers, and it was never really anybody around that wore the same size as me, because even though I was a size 8 in women's, I feel like the women's sneakers was way much more money. But kids, I wear a kid 6 or a kid 6.5. That's not that much money. To make it easier, I would get it in kid size. But I had a lot of shoes, and nobody around me ever wore the same size as me for me to be giving it away to people. And by the time I even realized that there was like a Goodwill not too far from me, them shoes is gone. But the thing is, I didn't throw the shoes in the garbage. I put the shoes in a bag, and I took them downstairs in my building and put it in the lobby. And I put the shoes out, like I took some shoes out and put on the floor in front of the bag so people know shoes there. I used to do that all the time. If it was clothes, shoes, like, yeah. I think I'm gonna... But yeah, that's what I did. That's how I was giving away the stuff. Like books. We got so many books. My mother was one of those, my mother was a Girl Scout leader, PTA president, and she used to get so many books. A lot of those books is from when I was younger, and I kept them. Like, there was a great amount of, what are those books called? Diary of Wimpy Kid books. I still have those books. Those books are not going anywhere. They still making those books. They are on book like 23. I only have 9. 9 books. Well, 1 through 9. They on book 23. I always said that if I had something that was like really popular, why am I talking like that? If I had something that was really popular, I would keep it so I could pass it down to my kids if I have kids. Diary of Wimpy Kid was a staple growing up for me. So when I can, I'll be getting the rest of those books. And yes, I will be reading them. I was always so excited to get a Diary of Wimpy Kid book to read it. I think by the time I started like ending elementary school, I probably was like, 4th or 5th grade. That's when Diary of Wimpy Kid became interesting to me. So I'm reading the book. I'm like, oh shit. Once I really read a book, once I get into a book, it don't take me that long to read it. It'll take me like, I will be up all night reading it for 2-3 days. I'll be done with the book in 2-3 days. If I got it on Monday, I'll be done with the book by Wednesday or Thursday, if it was really that interesting to me. So I'm like, but then it's like, we wasn't really that type of family to go pick out books from Barnes and Nobles. Like if it was like a Girl Scout trip or something like that, then we'll go to Barnes and Noble. So if we was going to the movies, we'll go into Barnes and Noble to look around. If I wanted to get a book, I probably wasn't going to get a book. I don't think I ever got a book when I went to Barnes and Nobles. Unless I really, really wanted the book and wanted to read it. I think it was the Hunger Games book that I went and bought from Barnes and Nobles with my mother while we went to the movie. Because that was always a thing. Before they took away the movie theaters on Court Street, downtown Brooklyn, we would wake up early. Well, it's a little fuzzy because they didn't have the $7 or $6 movies at Court Street. But whenever we went down there, we was like, we want to go to the movies. My mother always felt like she wanted to pay full price for the tickets. We're going to go there. We're going to go stop at Popeyes, McDonald's, put it in our bag, sneak the food in. And then after that, we'll probably just go out and go to Barnes and Nobles, or we'll go in Barnes and Nobles and wait around for the movie because it'll probably be like, we'll get there and the movie won't start until maybe like 12 and it's 10. So we'll just go and sit around and wait and then go in Barnes and Nobles. But usually I would have to wait every single school year for the book fair to come around in order to get the Diary of a Wimpy Kid book. And so from 1, 2, and 3, I think 1 and 2 I was able to get while I was in school because that was elementary school. But the other books, I was in middle school when those books were coming out. And I just had this conversation the other day that I didn't realize that we didn't have book fairs in middle school. My middle school was in a school that had an elementary school on the bottom. We was on the top floors and they was on the bottom floors. But the middle school, they never took us on a trip to go downstairs to the book fair. Because I for sure would have talked my mother into letting me get a Diver Whippy Kid book. But what I didn't know was she knew how much I loved the book. So when I came home from school, randomly, the book would be sitting on the bed. She'd be like, guess what I got you? Go look in your room on your bed. And the book would be sitting there. I'm like, oh shit, I got a book. Thank you. So yeah, I think that's probably the only book series that I actually liked. Ooh. Not series eavesdropping. But yeah. I'm talking in here loud and shit like well, technically I'm supposed to be in here because I work here. From 10 to 3. It's 3:40 now. But from 10 to 3 I work here. Let me see. Let me go back here. Let me just modules. This assignment is due literally at 11:59 p.m. Oh, he changed the due date. He changed the due date to October 24th. He changed the due date. I'm glad he did that. But I'm gonna definitely do this. Like, I started it, I wrote it out, but when I get back to my room, because I don't be going to sleep, I'm gonna do this and turn it in. I'm gonna do this and turn it in. What he need to do is post the rest of he's probably posting these right now. This is the module number 1, reading, growth, and exploration, career development, theory, and plan of study. Oh, this is this. The importance of one word cannot be overstated. Philosophers and scholars throughout the ages have recognized the importance of a human being's work and attested that finding a vocation is one of life's most challenging tasks. Our work in many ways signifies who we are, defining our personality, our habits, and our lifestyle. Finding the right career can lead to a lifetime of satisfaction, but not finding the right career can lead to poor self-esteem, lower self-efficiency, a lack of life satisfaction, and even depression. Do y'all ever get into this thing of when y'all start reading, y'all read too fast and start stumbling over words? Because I've always had that issue. When I get too excited when I'm reading, I started reading mad fast. I think I was always in competition with like if I had friends, we was reading the same book, we would always do let's see who could finish the book the fastest. So instead of reading the book to pick up what they're talking about, I'm just reading the book to compete on who finishes the book faster. Like, that's not learning. That's not learning. Don't do shit like that. Don't do that. Don't do that. When I tell you I be reading mad fast, I'm like, bro, relax. Who are you in competition with? Just read it. Like, that's crazy to me. Research has demonstrated that people who find satisfaction in their work exhibit higher levels of commitment, competency, and productivity, and report higher levels of life adjustment. I'm gonna read like 2 more sentences. Developing a career is a process, not just a destination. Unfortunately, not enough attention is paid to the process that is required for thorough career development. Students are confronted with substantial career and life decisions at an early age with limited opportunity for career exploration. I'm going to read the next one. And a typical high school students are expected to choose and follow a program study that will prepare them to exit high school with the skills necessary to continue their education and to enter the workforce. I'm going to read the whole damn thing. The career technical education students, career and technical education students are often required to choose specific occupational areas, even though many do not continue the same career emphasis. Emphasis. Emphasis upon emphasis. That sounds, it don't look like that's how it's supposed to be spelled. Emphasis upon completing high school. Honestly, they're right. But in high school, I wish that people actually sat down with you and told you that it's okay if you go to a 2-year school. Go get your associate's degree before you complete your bachelor's degree. You already have your associates, and then you just use your credits and go to a 4-year, which you only just have 2 years left, depending on the advisor that you get. Because sometimes, well, not sometimes, I've learned from other people that they had advisors who will literally just give them random classes to take instead of looking at their like specific classes that they need for their major, and just had them taking anything and everything. So when they're supposed to graduate spring 2013, they end up having to stay there an extra year and graduate 2014. Why? 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 But, and also, they in high school, because I went to a public high school, I went to Clipchamp High School, they made it seem like if you went to a 2-year school, a community college, you really was looked down upon. Like, why would y'all do that to the students? There's nothing wrong with going to community college. You're going to community college straight out of high school, trying to understand and try to navigate through college classes. Cool. Before you get to the big university where it's too many people. Well, I know community colleges are big, especially in New York, like BMCC. I don't know any community colleges except for BMCC. Have I been to BMCC? No, I haven't. The school I only tried to go to after I came, because I came here, the school that I'm currently at, I came here right out of high school. I left. The only reason why I left the school, I said this plenty of times, the only reason why I left the school is because they didn't have housing for me. They tried to get me to go off campus, and I was like, I'm not from here. Why would I move off campus? But that's the only reason why I left the school. I would have stayed here and graduated when I was supposed to graduate. But I left here, and then I went to school in Buffalo. That was terrible. I don't even know why I did that. But I wasn't in the headspace for that because my grandmother was like literally dying. So I wasn't in the headspace for that. So I just took a couple months off, and then I started working during the pandemic. And then in the middle, like August 2020, mind you, school was about to start in like literally 2 weeks. It was like August 7th. Maybe like, I think it was probably the first week of August. I put in my 2-week notice or something like that. I called the school and I was like, can I put an application in to come back to the school? Like, they was like, yeah, try it and see. I got accepted. They gave me my room and board, and I put my 2-week notice in, and I left. But they need to, what is that? Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. I don't even know what I was talking about before then. I know I was talking about something. They need to stop telling kids or making kids feel bad, ashamed for going to community colleges. And they also need to be more, because, like, make sure y'all tell the students that at least have an idea of what they want to study. And if they're doing sports, don't just rely on the sports to get you to where you want to go in life. Have a backup plan just in case you get injured, just in case you don't want to do the sport no more. Like, you got a real deal tell these kids. And then it's like, it's a lot of kids now that be like, college is a scam. Like, paying to go to school, yes, it's crazy. But also learning, furthering your education, it's not a scam. You don't want to go to school to learn more? It feels good to go to school for all these years and you're actually learning something and you're having fun with learning. And then when you're walking across that stage and you're like, wow, I got a degree. I got a college degree. But hey, that's neither here nor there. That's just for me. I don't know how everybody else feel. But it's 3:49 p.m. I've been talking for mad long. So I fear I'm going to stop here because That's a long damn time. Peace out.